What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the weekly update number 2, where I just kind of chat and talk about how the business is going, what's happening in the business, and I just kind of give you a rundown of my thoughts, concerns, future plans, what I talked about last video, and what has changed in a week. I'm kind of the guy who moves really fast, so I like to move fast, fail fast, and figure out what's working, what's not working. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing that I kind of want to talk about, as always, is the community aspect side of things. So let's go ahead and pull that up here real quick. Awesome. Okay. No, it's working good. I've been having issues with YouTube, so if you see me checking over here, I'm just making sure that we're all recording the right thing. So overall, we've got some solid growth in members. We've sat about the same, like 2 to 3 more members have joined in, but the recurring has gone up, which is cool. So this is actually going to go up to about an 892 here in a couple of hours because we have a new trial that's going to go ahead and convert. And they're pretty good, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to convert into a paid. So that's cool. If I can grow this by $200 a week, that's kind of my expectations. So if we can kind of go over here for the school community, if we can add about $200 a week in MRR, like that's solid growth to me. And that's something I would actually be really, really happy with. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. The trial conversion rate did go higher, but the one thing that I did notice is the traffic is going substantially lower. And I just realized, like, if I had more traffic just driven to this school page, right? Like at the end of the day, just more traffic, and if a 2.4% conversion rate, I'd probably have a better, we could easily go way more than 200 a week coming in from that. So that's kind of my thoughts here is like, okay, the ads needed to be better. And it definitely proved a little bit of my point because I was looking at the ads from last week, and yeah, I let them run, and it was not the most superb results. So this is basically what I was seeing here is the agency category, like interest for agencies was actually performing better. Besides this one down here, which is an earlier campaign. So these are not good per purchase rates at all. The CTRs on them are like 1%. I would like to see them back at this like 2.7%. And I think at the end of the day, it was just ultimately the creatives. We were just running picture ads, and they were 4x5. So we're going to be switching the creatives up pretty heavily for this, because I really want to get, just more about page visitors, and this would be a no-brainer. So, it would be super, super easy. And the trials and the churn, like we have a lot of value in the community. I've gone through and kind of updated a lot of stuff. Oop, that's a secret right there. I've gone through and updated a lot of stuff in here, and I think it's really good. And like the community members, we got our first 14-day game plan coming out where they have this Google Doc. I gotta blur that out now. But yeah, so overall, like I'm pretty happy with how the community is going. Could it go faster? No, everything could happen faster, but I know this is a long-term play, and definitely for the situation I'm in right now, it's a scary long-term play, but I have confidence that we're providing a lot of value and that this is going to be really, really helpful to people, and the people who have joined have been like, damn, this is super helpful. So yeah, we did gear it towards home service businesses and marketers. Because at the end of the day, a lot of marketers were joining and they weren't being active in the community. And I was like, guys, like be active. It's okay if you're a marketer and you're here to help your clients get better. Like at the end of the day, if I can help marketers market better, then the end user, the home service business owner is gonna have a better experience, right? So whether they come directly to me or they go to somebody else, like that's okay. I just want them to have a good experience. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to do some like updates on this about page, but other than that, like the school community for me is definitely, like I'm having a lot of fun with this, and it's something really cool to see that, monthly recurring. I think when it gets to 1,000, I'm gonna freak out, because I've just, yeah, that's just super, super cool to me. And I would just be to the moon, with that. So yeah, so that's kind of the things that's going on there. We're gonna keep going. We're going to be launching new ads. So let me kind of look at this. Oh yeah, kind of before we get into the ads, let's kind of talk about YouTube growth. So one really big thing, we did get 2 new subscribers over the week, which is cool. I'm stoked on that. You know, views aren't super crazy, but I do see them like genuinely like kind of going up. Besides, you know, the weekly views, which is okay, but like overall, like the 20s, like if I can just get them all higher than 20 views, like I'm happy. So the new ones were pretty low, and I realized like what's the difference between, you know, these right here and these up here? And besides time, right? More time, obviously more views, but it's almost double. And I think it had to do with shorts. So if we go and look at, we go to the shorts side of things. I think it's your videos, and we go look at analytics. The shorts is what's really pushing views. So you can see here, just shorts alone brought in, you know, 1.5, and it really started to skyrocket up here. It also, cool, it brought in a subscriber. The videos are bringing in some views, some impressions, but overall, like the shorts are having a better performance at the end of the day. So that's what I'm really gonna go ahead and try to. I think shorts and like long form content is going to be what's really helping the YouTube channel grow. And you can really see it because after this day, I stopped posting shorts consistently, and we were posting like 2 shorts a day on here. Basically, whatever we put on the Instagram channel, we were just republishing here, and it dropped tremendously back down to like a really low number. So I was like, okay, I need to keep consistency in the YouTube channel, right? Like it has to be for the YouTube, like it has to be 2+ a day. So for me, that's like really hard, right? 2+ a day when I'm also trying to do one-ish a day. You know, 4, 5 a week for YouTube videos. It's super challenging. So I have this kind of like idea that I'm gonna go ahead and do. So basically, what I'm gonna go ahead and do for the YouTube channel is we're gonna have, you know, 1 long form come out, and then we're gonna have 2 shorts that I'm making. And these 2 shorts is what I'm gonna go ahead and change up because the Instagram content's hard to make and it doesn't feel natural to me, but I have an idea that I think is gonna feel a little bit natural. So we're gonna do 2 types of shorts. We're gonna do the talking head. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and like, you know, the talking head type. And then on top of that as well, we're gonna do another type that's actually going to be more like this, you know, or so it's going to be like camera structured type, where we're going to give value, you know. So the talking head's really cool because it builds trust. I'm going to show like cool things about the business, what I'm doing, etc. So this one is going to be more focused on like trust and value. I wouldn't even say value. It's going to be more like trust, and that sounds like, that looks like thirst. So let me put trust here. Trust, and more just like genuine, cool content, you know. So things I'm just doing, that's just me. And then the more camera structured type of content is really going to be the content. Oh shoot. Sorry about that, guys. Is really going to be the content that is more geared towards like value, and education. So yeah, I'm gonna just put educate. So this is kind of where I'm looking to go. This is kind of what I'm looking to do here. But that way, it's a lot easier trying to do for shorts. It's a lot easier to do this rather than trying to do, you know, like 3 shorts per day, you know, 1 talking. It was a catastrophe trying to do that. I personally am just like, if I'm going to create content, it needs to actually provide a lot of value, and it needs to be like genuine type of content, not something where I feel like I have to do it today and I have to get this out and I have to just like get the video over with. Like I feel like that content doesn't even perform for me. And I definitely have some stuff like that. So that's kind of the plan right now is like, yep, I'm still gonna be focusing on the school community really hard. We're gonna build this one to the #1 community for marketers and home service businesses. And, you know, hopefully if we add, you know, about $200 a week in MRR, I will be super happy. Obviously, if that goes higher or lower, I will let you guys know on the next one. In terms of YouTube, we definitely need to be doing, you know, 2+ shorts a day. Like the shorts are driving views on YouTube, and it makes sense because everything is in a reel right now. And what that could even mean for me is what I'm thinking. Maybe if the shorts are what really are helping drive traffic, I might take the long form content and just put it in a short. And I'm seeing this work on a lot of different people. And they basically put just the 16:9 video here, right? So this is 16:9. And then they have captions like right here, right? So this is the new type of like reel that I'm somewhat seeing. And it's like, okay, that's a really easy way to repurpose content. So I'm going to possibly look at that of taking the longs and putting them into 16:9 reels, uploading that to YouTube. Hopefully that will start to bring in some more views as well. Overall, if I grow by a couple subscribers a week, I'm happy with it. I just would like to see views go up and ultimately more traffic pushed towards the school community. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. This is gonna be a little bit of a shorter type of video as well. So one thing that's really, really cool is so let's go back to ads. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. So the ads weren't performing as what I was looking for. The CTRs were like 1.5. This one was 2, but that was retargeting. I've also learned by another marketer that it's just best to have retargeting not in the same campaign as your top of funnel one. So that's cool. He's like, put it in a whole nother campaign to get, more accurate data. I was like, sweet, cool. I really like that. I learn stuff every day talking to new marketers. So the biggest problem with these 2 campaigns that we were running right now is the cost per click and the CTR is just not there, right? And I think at the end of the day, this creative type that I had worked for the first little bit, and then it quickly got fatigued. So it's not a winning ad. It's still not spending on everything. This is retargeting, right? No, that was interest agencies. Wow. It's still not spending on what I want it to spend on, and these are way higher. What interest am I in here? Here we go. This one. This is the one where it's just not spending, right? So it's $300 here, 23 here. I'm pretty sure like this is a really good creative at the end of the day. So that's one thing right now that I'm kind of looking at. So we do have more ads that are coming back. So let me go ahead and come over here, and we're gonna go to ads. So we do have some more ads coming back, and right now I'm actually seeing 16:9. Crush it for some guys in the school world right now. So we have a couple different ads that we're going to be trying. So we're going to have a couple that are 16:9, almost YouTube style, very, very close to actually YouTube style, providing a lot of value in about 1 to 2 mins. That's what I'm seeing working right now. And like there's a guy who has a school community who's just absolutely crushing with it. I was able to get in contact with him and be like, hey, how's it going for you? And he's like, this is working. So I'm going to give it a shot. For me, if I get on average, like, cause this is the last 7 days, right, of traffic. And I've been consistently about like 230 to 250. If I can push that to 300, with a better, longer, more valuable type of creative, I'm definitely going to be doing that. So let me actually just pull up my creative ideas for you guys real quick. And I can show you exactly what we're going to make. Okay, cool. So we're going to have multiple creatives. I'm actually just going to go ahead and kind of put them out here. So we're going to have a 16:9 VSL. And it's going to have like 3 things or 3 pillars. So basically just describing the program, right? So that's number 1 is we're going to have this one. On top of that, we're going to have a 16:9 Google optimization video. So I'm just going to give like a ton of sauce on optimizing Google. I think that'll be really, really cool. And then on top of that, we're going to do some reels. So we're going to go ahead and do it's 9:16, which is completely the other way, reel, and this one's going to be like results first. So it's going to basically kind of hook out of the gate with, hey, check out these really cool results. And then at the other one is going to be 9:16 good ads. And it's like making good ads. So what's really cool is there's basically two of these videos are going to have included lead magnets, and then two of these are just value, right, or educational based. So these two down here in the video are going to be like, hey, go to school and you can get this for free. And the free thing is you're going to get a free training on this, which is just in the school community at the end of the day, right? So they're gonna have training to optimize their Google My Business, and then on this one they're going to get a prompt for like a ChatGPT prompt on basically helping them like make a script, because at the end of the day, scripting and like the primary text is the hardest thing for people. Copywriting is really, really hard for home service guys and sometimes even marketers. Like it's hard finding good copy or making good copy, and everyone's just kind of going to AI, and I'm really not. Like I think people can sniff out an AI prompt. So this is going to be a prompt that I have that's more humanized, and it's also encouraging them to kind of work upon it. So these two are going to have lead magnets attached to it. And part of me wants to just stay with these four. But everything I'm hearing right now is like, you need more ads, you need more ads. So we're going to give that a shot and see how that works. Okay, we're back. Slight pause. We have a friend over. It was really cool. Anyways, so these are kind of the ads that I'm going to be doing. I do want to try more. I really do want to make this one also into like 16:9. I just don't know. I don't know. I've always done really well with 4 ads, but everyone's saying like you need more and you need diversity. So I think we're going to do the 2 9:16s. And then maybe depending on results, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to make this one 16:19 or 16:9. Maybe. Maybe. I'm undecided on this one so far, but this is kind of where we're going to be doing for ads. So this is going to be the new ads gameplay, the new ads overhaul. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's gonna be really, really good, and hopefully a better ROAS that I'm trying to look for is a 2 ROAS, right? That's what I want, and I think that's going to be profitable at the end of the day. So we're going to try that and see how that works for everybody. So yeah, it's going to be really cool. The school program, we're just trying to get to about 200 plus. So YouTube is definitely shorts is what's kind of carrying the weight. So we're going to get that for more channel analytics. And then other than that, I did this kind of cool YouTube thing. Let me look before I jump into this. We go over to YouTube content, weekly updates. Let me show you guys this. No harm in not showing it. I have everything in like a cool platform where you guys can see like I have all my ideas, today's content. Oh yeah, so I did this really cool thing with YouTube. And at the end of the day, so if you're new on YouTube, this is what I've seen from the YouTube wizards, right? And just kind of like looking a lot. So if you're new on YouTube and you need to add tags so they know what your content is kind of about and they can kind of push that more. And you could have about 500 characters in tags. So what I did is I took all of the competition in the home service industry, in home service, and then I took all the competition in basically lead gen and agencies. And so I went to their channel, and there's this really cool thing called TubeBuddy. That's not on here. Anyways, there's this cool thing called TubeBuddy, and what I did is I took all of the tags from these top channels, and there's 2+ channels in each one, right? So everybody, I took two of the top guys in home service, 2 of the top guys in lead gen, 2 of the top guys in agencies. I plugged it together, and I basically was like, hey, find the average of what's working the best, right? So find the average plus the best, and I was able to come out with an entire tag basically on a whole bunch of stuff. So this is the first thing that goes into the thing, or it's like, what am I trying to say? This is the first thing that goes into this description above the fold, so everybody can see, okay, school. Then it's the Instagram channel, and then it's tags. So this is just my YouTube document that goes into everything. So that was really, really cool for me, is kind of learning this. And then I also learned that YouTube has like a general description tag that I've, for some reason, never had. If we go to, where is it? Manage videos, settings, channel. So you have like keywords in here, and you can see this is where all of them are. So yeah, this is kind of what I am going to be start doing this week. It's what we're going to be testing. I'm going to be filming all of these new ads today, actually. So it's going to be a really big ad day. We're going to get them live by the end of today. And I think at the end, we're going to have some pretty crazy good results with this. And I'm really excited. So yeah, that is the weekly update. Number 2, I think that was everything I had to talk about here. Let me go ahead and just double check. So yeah, we want to talk about YouTube growth, how repurpose content, continuous type of video. Yep, we talked about that. 2 shorts, 1 inside, batch, retargeting ads. Yep, I think that's basically everything. So yeah, it's kind of what's going on. It's pretty cool. That's everything I had for you guys for the weekly update. A little bit of a shorter one. We will have some new content coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in trying out our 3-pillar framework, and you're a home service business owner, or you're an agency owner looking to help your clients scale, feel free to check out our 3-pillar framework. Link is in the description. You can try it today, free, 7 days. If you do, make sure to say hi, and I will see you on the inside of our community. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.